Good evening and happy Monday, honey buns and those who will soon accept the spiritual syrupy goodness that is becoming a honey bun. If this is your first episode, that's confusing. This is not a good place to start. Who watches the last episode of season 2 first? Do you have like a bad friend who has tricked you into this? What is going on here? I mean, you'll probably still have a good time. I hope you will. But to everyone else, welcome back.
Hi, Brian. How you feeling tonight?
A way to introduce the show.
That was definitely an introduction.
Yeah, this is our show. This is Monday Night Monsterhearts. I'm Brian Liberge. I'm your MC. What happened last time is we had glorious, dramatic finale energy. It was great. And now, as part of the mechanics to Monsterhearts, we do one more episode. One more session to sort of tie up some loose things, not all the loose things, but tie up some loose things. So this might be a little not so high energy as last time. It might be a little different as we do our prolonged wrapping of the up. It's gonna be fun though. It'll be a good time. Thank you. I do look cute tonight, chat. You are correct. And if you like the shirt, I saw something about the shirt. People are wearing their shirts. Nice. A couple of us are wearing our shirts too.
I didn't have that kind of forethought, friends.
It's okay. It would be weird
Mine
if we
is
were
lost in
all
the
wearing
laundry.
it.
My shirt is yellow.
It's too
That's
cold
good.
to wear a t-shirt.
That's why I have this fantastic
I know, but
wrap.
I don't.
Come on now.
I'm very warm.
But what I was gonna say is, if you want your own T-shirt or throw blanket or mug or anything like that, you just hop into the store or shop, as it's sometimes called, and
I got there.
you can get whatever you like. Good. That's a good plug. Good job plugging, everybody.
Oh, there's a cute tote bag.
The tote bag's cute.
Yeah.
One of our friends of the show got a blanket, and I think I'm gonna get one too. I'm actually really jealous of the blanket. I want the blanket. Okay, we're not gonna do last time on Gehenna Valley this week. I decided that. I made the executive decision because the last time on is like the entire season. It's not really last episode, and goodness knows I don't have that kind of energy this week. That's a lot. It's March, okay? That's not happening.
It's spring.
Is it?
Is it?
Kind
It was
of.
so
Is
cold
it?
today.
Kind
Yeah,
of.
it's very cold, and we had lots of rain yesterday. So
I think
no.
the high
tried.
was like 16 today or something in my
It got to like
neck of the
20
woods.
here.
It is
But it was, like,
warm in
super
our
windy.
hearts, and spring will come. And
Someday.
I
So
mean,
that
I'll
was
tell you,
Donovan
Donovan
reading poetry for his English class.
I had an entire fistful of cat hair that I brushed off my cat. So spring
Holly's
is
ready
coming.
for spring.
Spring is coming. I'll
Remember
give
when
you
we
that.
started this season in October?
Oh wow, did we really? Yeah, I think we probably
We started it around
Halloween.
Halloween, and it
Yeah,
was Halloween.
right.
the Monday before Halloween.
It was a cold season. It was the cold of seasons. It was the cold of seasons.
That was just the same thing twice.
I know. I'm a poet. I can repeat myself. I take liberties.
So Brian, what's going
Well,
on tonight?
I think we might do a character check-in real quick.
Mhm.
Do a little quickity quick character check-in.
Little quickie.
Yeah. No.
quickie? Yeah.
Robert.
Yeah, I
Nope.
think a quickie would do us well. Yes. Robert.
Wow, a full name.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm in trouble, everybody.
Rob felt so scared.
Let's,
Oh no, I'm in trouble.
oh.
I'm gonna get punished, y'all. Tune
Let's
in
start
next
with
week.
Crina, because she's on top of my
Of course
list.
she's on top. Crina's always on top.
Oh my
Your favorite place to
gosh.
be.
I will have my technical producer start turning off people's mics. I'll do it. I have one of those. It's Natalie. Crina, you're doing great. You've got 4 conditions. You've got heir to the throne, emotional, so-fe, and in charge. You look good.
Always.
always.
I do have 2 harm though.
You do have 2 harm. I'm sure.
Is it possible I might have cleared some or all of that?
Right. Well, we're gonna have some cinematic fun. We'll see if some of that harm gets cleared. We'll see what happens. You got some strings. Let's go through all of them real quick. Bridget 1, Kori 1, Wolfe 1, Marissa 1, Emily 2, Rachel 1, Kale 1, Alistair 2, Tabitha 1, Tara 1. That's Tara, the mom, Tara. Anthony 1, Daphne 1, and Vincenzo 1. You got 2 harm. You got 1 XP towards your 5th level up, and you are not your darkest self.
That
It's
is
pretty
all
exciting.
true.
Pretty
Let's see if I
exciting.
can get 4 XP tonight and hit level 5. So I
You
can't be
can do
outdone
it.
by Natalie.
I believe in you.
I believe in you.
And the next on our sheet, we've got Wolfe. Wolfe also has 4 conditions, living his best life. He's dedicated, whipped, prepared, and he has bad timing.
I guess.
Yeah, you get maybe. You've got strings. You've got 3 on Bridget, 4 on Donovan, 1 on Kori. You've got no harm. You've got 1 XP towards your 4th level up, and you are still your darkest self.
No, I don't think so. I
Yeah,
think
we gotta
by the
update
end
that.
here, I got this.
You
I
got
think
it.
by the end of,
I think we
last
fixed that.
episode, we were no longer the darkest self.
Mm-hmm. But we'll set you up for your catchphrase here, and your true love is Donovan.
For now.
Here we go.
What was that for?
Sad noises.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're real sad hours over here in Wolfland.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I'm so scared to say this. I'm gonna do it though.
Oh, you can do it, Brian. Come on.
I'm
it's
on the next sheet.
You can do it. You can do it. I have faith in you. Come on. I will stop you in the middle if you're wrong.
Of course you will.
Like usual.
Aurelius, Kori, Ananias,
Uh-huh.
Cordero, Castile, the 5th, aka K-Dog.
That last bit was wrong, but you did good.
You did a good job.
You did good,
did
Brian.
it.
Not that hesitation. You like looking between the slide and the camera.
You did it.
You got the condition put in your place.
Hmm.
You got some cool scars, maybe. I don't know. I think those got healed, but you look good in the picture.
Yeah.
You got 2 strings on Crina, 2 on Wolfe, 1 on Dixie, 1 on Rachel, 2 on Harold, 1 on Nathan, 1 on Hannah, 2 on Walt, 1 on Samantha, 1 on Itor. You
Who
got
the heck changed it to 6'7"?
what?
Sorry. Someone changed his height to 6'7" on the sheet.
Children.
I honestly don't know who did
This is
that.
how we
Wasn't me.
forget how tall people are. You've got no harm. You've got 1 XP towards your 5th level up. You are not your darkest self. And geez, we got to move along because y'all are just now having an editing war. It's no good. Children. Speaking of children, we've got Donovan here. The least and yet most children of all the characters.
Yeah, it's complicated.
It's complicated. Vampires are funny that way. You've got 3 conditions: meddlesome, thirsty, and overbearing. You got some great strings. You got 7 on Kori, 3 on Marissa, 2 on Crina, 2 on Rachel, 2 on Mauricio, 1 on Tabitha, 1 on Bex, 3 on Mr. Walt Freeman, 1 on Feliciano, 1 on Samantha, 1 on Mr. Mulhair, 1 on Cynthia. You're at 3 harm when we last left you.
Yep.
3 XP towards your 4th level up, and you are not your darkest self.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, bringing up the rear, sword in hand, we have got Bridget. Bridget's got too many conditions to count. Let's just read them out loud. It's sheltered, in denial, weirdo, unfocused, bad sister, and selfless.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
really-
want to
you gotta-
remind people I got bad sister because I was upset that Kori was trying to fuck my brother.
Let your brother get some, fam.
No.
I'm sure the
No.
chat's super excited about that. You've got 3 harm. Your XP no longer matters because you hit your 5th level up, and you are not your darkest self.
You just have to look full.
It's full. It's very full. You get another XP. Guess what? You can't
It
add it
doesn't
in
go
there.
anywhere.
It doesn't go. There's
I
nowhere
can
for it to
get all
go.
the conditions I want this episode, and it doesn't
That's
do
Right,
it.
Jeez.
everyone just go hard on
Go
giving
hard on
You
Bridget
it.
need more
conditions.
conditions.
Uh-huh.
It's like strings. You can never have enough.
She's a hollow.
Right.
How else will she know who she is?
Yeah.
Now, we ended last episode mostly in the backyard of Bridget's house. Some people had gone on to other places, but we're going to start today's episode on a regular Monday morning. We're going back to homeroom where it all started. Everybody's made it in at this point. Full classroom. Mix Wesley Thunderberg is going through the announcements, talking about how Thanksgiving is coming up in the homecoming game. How this afternoon for lunch, we have got a Bluto's chicken sandwich. It's a chicken patty on a hamburger bun with 3 pickles. 3, that's right, 3 pickles.
That's so many pickles.
It's a little...
It's 3 too many.
Two more than one.
Everybody has a pickle friend, okay? And that pickle friend is going to be happy today.
It ain't Crina, that's for sure. Or maybe Crina does like them, but at least it sounds like Stephanie doesn't.
But the idea of someone pulling them off of their chicken patty sandwich to give them to me in a cafeteria setting feels uncomfortable.
All right, that's what Bridget is for. Bridget will take those pickles.
So will
Ready.
Natalie. And
So will
she
Natalie.
always eats my pickles.
I'm
That's
the
what best
pickle
friends are for.
And as Mix Wesley Thunderberg finishes up the morning announcements, amazingly not interrupted, sits down at the front desk. We have a few minutes where we can just casually chat. Now, I told the cast here, but I haven't told all of our honey buns at home. We're actually jumping forward a week when we start our scene today. We'll give you the little date at the bottom to the 1 week later. It's not a date, but it gives you an idea of time passage.
Insert your own SpongeBob meme here.
Yep. Does anybody have something they want to do in the present time in homeroom?
I have a question first, since
Okay.
it could impact.
Yes.
Are Crina and Donovan healed then?
I don't think they're healed until we flash back to heal them.
Oh, interesting.
Were you planning to start a fight in homeroom?
You never
With
know.
Crina.
Oh no! I was just wondering, since we had harm, if Donovan's sitting there like, "Oh, I'm all banged up."
Yeah.
He has like bruises all over and they disappear.
Yeah.
It was a
We do
rough week.
flashback.
we're gonna have a lot of flashbacks, I think, today. It's gonna be fun.
Real quick,
Yes.
Kori wants to look over. Is Caleb sitting in the back of the classroom? Is he
Yes, Caleb is there.
how's he looking?
He took that first Monday off. And then he came in. He's looking okay. He's tired. He's been tired a lot last week, but he's reading War and Peace.
I think Kori throws a paper airplane at him.
Okay, great.
There's a little note on the inside.
Okay. I think the as we established in previous episode, you are now good at things like carnival games. And so I
Yes.
think you would have an excellent aim with a paper airplane, better aim than most people,
Perhaps better aim than the first episode of our show.
perhaps. And are you trying to like hit him with the paper airplane, or do you want it to like gently fall onto the desk? What
No,
is
let's
the
hit him.
goal?
Like not like in the face of the eye, but like if I can smack him in the chest with it or something.
Great,
like, you
yeah.
know.
Bam, and it just like falls in his open book.
Yeah.
And he will open up the piece of paper.
And in it just says, we're gonna need to talk.
And I think in response, Caleb sort of turns in your general direction and does the classic, "Oh no, my eye is itchy."
Kori just shrugs and points to the note again, like it's gonna happen whether you want it or not. And goes back to his own giant tome of a book that's in German.
Kori's in front of Donovan.
Yeah.
He is, yeah.
So Donovan notices this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you want.
I think Donovan will slowly turn and Donovan's not had a good week and been a little upset. And Donovan's eyes will go wide and Donovan will just say, Caleb, go walk to Coventry Hills.
No.
I'd like to hypnotize.
No. Kori wants to get in the way. Like, no. Stop it.
I don't think you can get in the way that quickly.
At least it's only Coventry Hills. That's not too far.
Yeah.
We'll be there in like an hour or two.
Yeah. Well, just a little break. 3 and 5 is 8 plus 2 is 10.
Great. So I believe that means he obeys your actions and nothing goes wrong.
Yep.
Yeah. So
And Donovan will just look back to his phone.
Kori's
the whole room turns as Kori goes, no. Desperately tries to get out of his desk in time, but they're school desks and they're
obnoxious.
They're
He's too
obnoxious.
Are
tall
they the
for it.
kinds that are like attached? Like the
No.
desk and the chairs are like
They don't
attached?
make
yeah.
those big enough for most high schoolers. And
They don't make
Kori's
that-
giant.
Those big enough, especially for a 6'3" Kori who's like too tall and is just trying to get out, takes too
it's
long. And...
super awkward. It's super awkward. And Caleb gets up and he starts walking out the class. And I think Mix Thunderbird gets up as well and goes, no. And follows Caleb out of the classroom.
Donovan. Kori like turns and like looks at him and it's like, what did you do? Put the phone down. He like reaches a hand out and like pushes your phone down.
You know what I did.
Okay, that was not like a. You know what I meant.
The word is rhetorical.
Whatever. What the heck, Donovan?
He's lucky he's alive.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we torture him. It means we help him. He's lost.
Maybe he'll think about his behavior while he walks.
He's angry at the world and everyone in it that he's not special.
I think Bridget pops in her mental group chat she's learned how to set up at this point. And it's
Oh
like,
God.
should we be talking about this out loud, guys?
Kori's just like, oh, it's so tiring. Like, rubs his hands over his face.
I think Crina turns down and says, Donovan, you're letting me die! Playing her game. The game.
Oh, Donovan goes back to his game.
Kori just like looks at Bridget and sighs. He looks to Wolfe and sighs, and I think he does like the very dramatic thing where he leans half of his own body across Bridget's desk, like because he can sit on his own seat, but he's tall enough that he can like lean over
Because he's 6'7".
because he's 6'7".
Yeah,
I see
Yeah.
Natalie
As of this episode.
as of this episode.
Has to be taller than Rob in real life.
Yeah, apparently, and just like looks at Bridget like. Why did we and like whispers and it's like, why did we save this town again? Just like half-heartedly, like
Because we live here.
I guess. And actually, I think that's a really good moment for a flashback for Kori.
You want to start with a flashback? I'll let you do a flashback.
I think we live here in figuring out, you know, the flashback of where Kori's living now.
Now, I saw that you wanted to talk about that.
Yeah.
Do you want me to epically decide for you?
I do.
Okay.
I would like veto power in case it's something ridiculous that I not approve of, but I think I
that
trust
just
you.
ruins it.
But I do
Veto
trust
power.
you. I
You
do
live,
trust
Well,
you live with Caleb now.
you. I live
Good
with
luck.
Caleb.
there
now.
was also a thing where we were gonna ask some of the Fae if they could like
Possibly.
pretend to be foster parents, like possibly Sergey, who might actually be a really good mentor for Kori.
I like that. Let's
And
do
then he and
that
Bridget can
flashback
train
first.
together.
Let's flashback to talking to
The Fae.
well, who else are you going to talk to besides Sergey, the cartoon guy?
No, it's mostly just Sergey. We don't really have another
With
Fae.
Tanya, you get assigned to Tanya.
Tanya becomes my mom. Oh my
Jack is
god.
like, if we're doing this, you have to deal with Tanya.
Oh,
Tanya
Or he's
becomes
like, you know
Kori's
what?
mom.
Never mind.
Never mind. I'm
never
moving
mind.
to
I'll take my
Alaska.
chances.
Bye.
so yeah, let's flashback. We're gonna flashback now, and we're gonna head to the Fey realm at some point last week, where Crina has decided they want to talk to some Fey about possibly setting themselves up and pretending to be human. And let's talk to Sergey. Let's first of all, let's stop saying his name wrong. Let's talk to Sergey the Magnificent. Okay. I think he decides, he finds out that you want to talk, and he sets up a tea time for you in the Fey realm.
Like
tea
or like golf
no, not
tea?
golfing. Like,
Okay.
This ain't an iTour conference.
I don't know. Maybe Sergey really likes Fey golf.
I could see Sergey golfing. I don't
That's
think
fair.
that's unreasonable. But in this particular case, it's like, oh, the princess and the Kori are going to come talk to me
The
about
royal
something.
consort, thank you.
The royal consort. He probably considers you. No, what would he think of you? He wouldn't say that. Other people would. But he'd be like, and one of the human champions.
Oh, the human champ.
Oh, that's
That's
Yeah.
cute. I love that.
So like, oh, so he it's not like at like a Fey bistro. It's like on his porch, on one of his like little bungalows that he has, because he has bungalows in the Feywild. And we all have tea, and Sergey says, "Tell me, now that we have quenched our thirst, what is it that Sergey can do for you?"
So Kori's family is terrible, we talked about it. But like there are laws in the human world where kids have to have families of some kind, and if your like blood family is terrible, they put you with other people who are not terrible and will take better care of you.
Questionably.
In theory, yeah. But they can move you a lot, like far away, and we don't want Kori to go far away. And will you pretend to be a human and be his foster dad and take care of him?
Can you buy a house on Donovan's block?
This is an awful lot. Sergey is honored, of course, that you would want me to come and take on Kori, the human champion, as a ward. But what I cannot do is settle down in the human world. That just seems so...
It's only for like 2 years, and like you have to be there all of the time.
Years, you say?
Sergey, how old are you? Like, what's 2 years?
Now, princess, that's a number that has so little meaning after time. Who would want to even know that number? Not you. No.
If he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to. We can't make him. And Kori is holding Crina's hand. I imagine they're sitting together, and he squeezes her hand a little. Thank you for hearing us out.
I don't want you to get sent away.
We'll figure something out.
This is certainly. I also do not want you, Kori, human champion, to get sent away either. And I can pretend to be a human for some time for you. I would be willing to step in. I do not feel that when you say take care of, that means something very different to Sergey the Magnificent.
It just means you have to have a phone so that the school can call you, and you have to show up to parent-teacher conferences and be like, yes, I take care of Kori.
That is a lie that has so little charismatic appeal to it.
I mean, you can shush it up, I guess. but like make it seem real for humans.
So I could say something like, yes, I am the one that puts Kori through his paces and make sure he fights daily for
No,
his
no,
sustenance.
no, because you gotta be like a better parent than most parents. So even though you're a fake parent, you gotta be like really good, or else they'll be like, no, you're not taking care of Kori, and they'll take him away again.
They'll say you're not fit.
Have you tried an actual human parent? Or, I don't know, Alistair?
They think Alistair's a kid, and
Yeah, Alistair kind of has been posing as a student at our high school.
yeah,
I forgot about that. That is foolish. That is
I like it.
and that you should is a fantastic, wonderful thing, princess. It is not to be disliked. He is not a teenager. That's all I am
No,
saying.
he's like hundreds of years old.
Yeah, but like
No,
the teachers
no.
are fooled. They believe it. So
I don't know many human adults that want to take on that responsibility, and the two that I do, I feel I would be, and like Kori's like not making eye contact as he says, but I would be overburdening beyond their means.
Oh, this is an issue of what do you call it? Money. Yes, I also call it money. It's not like we don't have
part of it.
money.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, excellent. Then I see what this is going to. Yes, Kori. We will go to the Adriatic Sea. Now, there is a ship there I have been meaning to explore. It is underwater, but we will simply breathe under the water. And
Sergey, like that
yes.
sounds really, really cool. Actually, I kind of want to do that, but like also, Dad just gave me a credit card with his name on it, and then he pays it.
So you've already conquered the money issue.
Kind of. Mom doesn't want me to use it a lot, and it has a limit, but I don't know what it is. But like, we could buy food and clothes and stuff.
So we will go to the Adriatic Sea then, to the ship, and we will get you the money that you need. That way, I will go with you. I will be your parent. Okay, I will acquire one of the phones that you have, the ones that can go anywhere, and that way, when I am not there, you can call me and say, "Sergey, the Magnificent, I require your presence." And I will come to you, and I will again pretend to be your parent. In this way, you, already champion of humanity, Kori, you will just take this gold and exchange it for whatever you need. And then I will be there when you need me to be there.
So you'll do it?
Yes, if that is agreeable. I am not done yet training the young Bridget anyway. So while I personally must have my own adventures, I was planning to be in the valley fairly often anyway.
Maybe they could train together. They did really good when they helped me with the phalanx and stuff. You could
Yes,
train
that
them
would
together.
be excellent. You would prove an excellent sparring partner for Bridget.
Yeah, no, that sounds perfect. And Kori like pulls from his pocket like a set of folded printed paper, and it's like a Zillow like sheet of a house that's like three houses down from Donovan. He just like pushes it towards
And he looks at this and he goes, "This is the house you have purchased."
No, this is the house I'd like to purchase.
Oh, excellent. We should go to the Adriatic Sea at once.
Sure.
Or we could talk to Dad or Jack.
Adriatic Sea sounds kind of fun, Crina.
I mean, I want to do that anyway, but like we don't have to get gold. Like you can't buy a house with gold. People
Sure
don't
you
use
can.
gold as money anymore.
Sure you can. I've seen gold at my house. We could definitely use gold as money. Well,
I
my
have
former
to admit,
house.
it's been a very long time since I have purchased a human house, but I'm sure we could convince any seller of land that we have noble and just cause if the house is empty.
Well,
Or
I
we
don't know
could
if
just
it's
get the
empty, but
gold and
it's just-
exchange it for cash with your dad. I don't want to just feel like I'm freeloading.
Okay, let's go to the. I get to go too,
Yeah.
Excellent.
which means it's Sandra and Ruth and Alistair are coming.
Does Alistair have to come?
And that's good. End of the flashback, end of the flashback, end of the flashback, end of the flashback. And so I think we know that they have been successful in the purchasing of the house and the finding of the gold in the Adriatic Sea.
There's definitely a tiara somewhere that they took that's Crina's.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Sergei has taken his own tiara. And
I have the bigger one though. It was very
of
important.
course, you are the princess. Do not be ridiculous. All right, so I can scratch that off my list. I can scratch this off my list. And we can have the bell ring. And as we head towards our first classes, there's lots of people in the hallways of, just sort of the regular rigmarole. But you know what I'm curious about? Normally, couples, might meet after homeroom, just check in with each other as it was. Don't make that face, okay? It's perfectly normal. You see each other in the hallway, give each other a little smooch on the way to your first period. It's a totally normal thing. But what I want to know is I want to know more about what happened to Wolfe and Donovan last week to see if they are currently meeting at each other's lockers. Are we ready? Are we ready for a flashback, a Wolfe and Donovan style flashback?
So, I mean, Rob and I talked a little bit offline. I don't know if
Please.
we want to maybe do that real time
Okay.
and maybe later. I don't know. What do you think, Rob?
I think it's been an awkward week of them not really
Yeah,
talking to each
I
other
think
and
so,
barely
too.
acknowledging
Okay.
each other.
So we can hold off on that. I mean, it hasn't happened yet.
Right.
Okay. You let me know when it's a good time then.
It's before the episode's over.
Yeah, that's great.
I don't know. Ask Rob. Rob can decide.
I see you, Bridget. What's up?
I do think Bridget waits for Dixie and holds Dixie's hand on the way out of class, and it's very cute. And the audience goes, "Aw."
Oh, I think Dixie will take your hand and she'll say, "So, do we just talk about Rob's?"
Rob? Who's
Not
Rob?
Rob. Sorry. So we just talk about Donovan's abilities now in class? Is that like a thing?
I didn't think so. They got mad at me for that 2 weeks ago, and now they're just doing it. So
She goes, I don't know. Maybe it's time for the school to be
I mean, our homeroom has at least
know stuff.
2 vampires in it. So
wait, 2 vampires?
you were there when Caleb attacked us.
Yeah, but I didn't realize he was a vampire. I just thought he was working with vampires.
Was he one of the ones I saw with the teeth?
Are you asking yourself this, or are you asking DMC this?
Both. It was really confusing. I thought I saw he had teeth, and he's been looking really tired lately. I just assumed he got.
So in truth, I hadn't made Caleb a vampire yet. In my head, I was thinking that maybe no one had that's what he wanted. It was his next path to power, but somebody killed the vampire who was going to do it.
Every morning, Caleb was like, "You want to bite me for breakfast?" And they're like, "If you work hard enough for us, maybe we'll bite you."
Exactly. It was one of those. Though I could see them like biting him right before the last attack, that they made. So it would be kind of funny if Caleb was this runt vampire and he's got no one left around to tell him about anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. If Twilight has taught me anything, it's that newborn vampires are the strongest vampires. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's
I
like
missed that.
they're really hard to control, but they would like make like huge armies of just newly turned vampires because they're just so much more powerful.
Yeah,
than,
that's
like,
a thing.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
we don't need to go
that's
by
Twilight.
rules.
Yeah,
That's Twilight.
that's Twilight.
Where
I
You're
like
telling me I
vampires
could have
also
a
sparkle.
vampire army.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like this just like confused, like I don't know how to do anything. Caleb just like
Yeah.
tired and frustrated.
Yeah.
And that's why Kori was trying to reach out to him.
Right.
he's
Here we
done
go.
before.
It's canon now.
You know.
He's a vampire.
He's a baby vamp.
Yeah, he's a baby vampire. He's grumpy about it.
Mhm.
Uh,
Someone add vampire to his character sheet so we don't forget.
and the wiki.
Yeah.
And the wiki.
Yep. Appreciate it, chat. Chat says Eclipse was the best Twilight book, and just because they fly doesn't mean they're vampires. Okay, I feel like that's a personal attack. Anyway, let's move forward. So you're cute. You're cute and adorable with Dixie in the hallway. Check mark.
Yep.
Done. Love it. What about? Well, I want a Rob or an 8 thing. Let's look at our. No,
You don't need
want it?
me. You don't need me. It's fine.
What do you got, Bob?
I think Donovan over the last week did try to investigate Kori's claims because I think that's bothering Donovan, that he is somehow influencing people and corrupting them, especially after Wolfe's behavior.
Yeah.
So maybe over the last week, Donovan was trying to make them quote unquote better, realizing what he did.
Okay. Here's the thing about that. I like the idea of you sort of self-tormenting, watching Mauricio and Rachel and trying to figure out exactly what's going on there, realizing that, they're a little wacky, and maybe that is something that you might have done. It's possible.
Yeah, because I was thinking,
Yeah.
they have the unhinged condition.
Mm-hmm.
If Donovan spends enough time with them, reminding them how great they are, how beautiful they are, then I can
Aw.
remove conditions.
Okay. All right. You know what? I'll buy that for $1. I think that's worth $1. So let's do a quick scene with Mauricio, shall we?
Sure.
It's last week at some point you've been following Mauricio around. You
Like a creeper.
Like a creeper. What do you want to do? You want to talk to him at lunch?
Oh,
after
definitely at
school?
lunch. I'll bring him Oreos.
Great.
Kori's watching from another corner. Why is Donovan approaching my cousin again?
With Oreos.
With Oreos. Are they marrying?
Mauricio sees you as you come over and he goes, "Oh, hey, Donovan, math time?"
Yes, I've brought you Oreos so we can do calculus.
Excellent. Are they double stuff?
Some of them. That's what we call a variable.
You're catching on. I like it.
Yeah, I've been paying close attention, and I'm happy to help. And I think I realize, it's not just how I really appreciate that Instagram, but you're far more beautiful than I, and you're very smart and kind, and I think you've learned a lot this year, and I really appreciate that. Even the tough times with Kori and I, you prove yourself to be such a great person.
Okay, go ahead and roll for it.
Donovan's trying to think of everything he can to throw at him. Let's see. 5 and 2 is 7, plus 2 is 9, and I will spend a string.
Nice. 10. All right. I think you do that like several times during the week.
That makes sense.
Times to sort of like try and reinforce it and try and reinforce it. And I will in fact clear unhinged for that. Now, we don't have to do a separate scene for Rachel, but I do want to make you do a separate role for Rachel because I do like the idea of you only partially succeeding and having massive guilt.
All right.
Great. All right. Now, Rachel.
Brian, how are you today?
2 strings and a forward on Rachel.
Okay. All right.
You got this.
We're fueled by the tears of our players. So.
Mhm.
So that's also a 9, and I will also spend. Oh no, I get the forward, so that's 10.
All right.
I don't even need to spend the string.
We clear the unhinged.
Presumably over the week, I'm meeting with Rachel to talk about the party and how Donovan shouldn't have led her on, and Donovan would just appreciate her friendship because she's such a fun, nice person.
Okay, I like that. That's nice.
It's really nice that she didn't ultimately stab him through the heart with a stake, which he really appreciated.
That's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel that you have sort of wrapped up that loose end?
Definitely. Yeah,
Good.
and at the same time, Donovan's a little worried now that he can cause that to happen, but he still didn't care about possibly doing it to Caleb.
And this is just where we do a double flashback and just remind the audience that while Mauricio and Rachel were the most visible unhinged characters, there is a janitor wandering around that
Donovan's not thinking about.
We've forgotten about, but
Donovan just thinks he's really into Shakespearean theater, and that's why he goes around calling everyone Lord.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Beautiful. I love it. I love it.
Janitor didn't have a guardian angel Kori checking up on him.
Stop lighting up on me, phone.
Oh, so
This isn't the janitor who takes care of the 3rd floor classroom for us.
Oh,
It's a different one.
First period's health, right?
Yeah.
First period is health class, yeah.
Which
for at
I
least
have
some people.
with Kori. So on the way to health, if I could have Donovan talk to Kori.
Of course.
Sure, why not?
Always. Kori always has time.
Kori.
Donovan.
Before we go into class.
Yeah.
And he'd like look around and just pull him to the side next to the lockers. I wanted to let you know that you were right. I think I do make people like lose control, and I think your cousin's gonna be okay. Rachel too now.
Hey, so we're gonna paraphrase that. It's not you. It's when you heedlessly use some of your supernatural powers. You, Donovan, and he like reaches a finger out and like pokes him in the chest, make people who are questionable into better people, and he points to himself.
Oh, that's nice.
I think Bridget comes in right at that moment and is speaking of making people better people, are you gonna like teach Caleb how to vampire at some point? Like, it was funny.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping to do, is get him some introduction to some people and also Donovan, so that
eventually he's gonna just snap and like eat Ingrid or something.
I mean, he's kind of weak. He can't even go into anyone's house without them inviting him in.
Yeah, which is why like we gotta kind of like, I don't know. I think we should help him. He reminds me of me right after when I realized like I wasn't the shit.
Kori, even at your worst, you were never as bad as Caleb.
Oh, thank you, Bridget.
Maybe if we have him do sword training with Bridget and
Sergey. I was some sword training. And
that's a good bonding exercise.
Yeah, and also
at first I was like, no, and then I was like, I can hit Caleb.
Yeah, you can hit him. It'll be good. Get it out of your system, and then we can teach him to, I don't know, be like a vampire guardian of like Gehenna Valley, like as penance for his crimes.
I mean, let's not hope too far, but maybe.
It's better than him like going and joining the family.
Yeah.
I don't think they would take him.
He's just angry. He wants to be special, and I get that. I get wanting to be special and feeling like you're nothing.
We can make him watch over your family and make sure they behave.
We could do that. Specifically, let's say my parents and not my family, because my siblings are just also fellow victims of my parents' bad parenting.
Well, okay, fine.
I think my dad's in jail. Yeah.
Health class.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to human sexuality for the 7th time.
Hey.
It seems like that's one that they might have changed at least how they teach it.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yes, it definitely has evolved in some positive ways, let me tell you, especially compared to the 80s.
Listen, how about we no. No. Kori's just gonna smile and shake his head.
Donovan
Never
starts to like
mind.
back away, like he's
Never
afraid of
mind.
what Kori's gonna
Never
say.
mind.
And head
Never
into
mind.
class.
Yeah, never mind.
Nope,
and
nope,
just goes
nope.
Bridget
class.
too. Yeah.
No, yeah, Kori's like, never mind.
And we leave Kori.
Looks
in the hallway.
longingly at the staircase for the third floor.
Yeah.
Just
We exited at the right time.
Again, good character growth, but not too much.
Yeah.
He's working on it. It's only been a handful of months, y'all.
I know, it's perfect. It's absolutely pitch perfect.
Great. Yeah, and you head into your health class, and there's Mrs. Cleaver, and she's like, today we're going to talk about Nettie Stevens and really, really stupid early mistakes in cataloging chromosomes. You can Google that later, folks. Fantastic. Where is everybody else going? Everyone else is going to a different class. It's the Wolfe Crina class, I
Isn't this where
think.
Wolfe and Crina have science together?
Oh,
or
Wolfe
Latin.
We
and
have biology together.
yeah, with the loving Mr. Drake.
I hate that dude.
I know
Loving.
you-
Suspended.
Quote
Has
unquote.
he been giving Crina a hard time because of Kori? Or has Crina been giving him a hard time because of Kori?
I would imagine the latter. I don't picture Mr. Drake as somebody who. I think he was probably somebody who intentionally tries to not let that, what do you call it?
Color his
Osmosis judgment thing.
Yeah.
Osmosis judgment, like
Yeah, you like
That's-
that?
how that works.
I
Only
don't
here
think
at
there
Osmosis
actually is
Jones.
a term for that, so we'll just call it osmosis judgment.
Yeah, osmosis
Like a
judgment.
Association.
Okay. Osmosis Jones. Really?
Osmosis Jones was a movie and then cartoon show.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah. Anyway,
I made a reference. Aren't you proud?
yeah, I'm so proud. I'm so proud. I'm also strangely confused that Rob knew what it was because we're jumping spectrums. Anyway,
I've had a
Osmosis-
lot of time to watch all kinds of things.
I have a child. Uh,
I have neither of those things. That's why I don't know where anything is.
so
I mean, maybe I
anyway,
do. Who knows?
yeah. So I don't think. Do we need a Wolfe Crina scene at all?
I don't.
Steph-
I mean,
like,
there wasn't
nah.
anything
So,
in
yeah.
particular. I think
Alright.
Wolf has been kind of downtrodden all week. So
Crina's trying
But
real
how
hard
did
to
it
cheer him
go?
up.
How did it go when he talked to his mom?
he did want to talk to his mom.
Okay. Should we do a Wolf flashback?
If you want.
Sure. Let's do a Wolf flashback. Talking to his mom. Talking to his mom. Talking to his mom. In fact, I think we've got to go all the way back to that night.
Yeah.
She picked up shawarma for you.
Oh, good. Was it healthy
And-
shawarma? I don't.
I don't
know if
I
that
don't know
exists.
how. Shawarma's not awful for you,
No, that's true. That's true.
but it's not a healthy snack.
It's just you
either.
get like chicken, and you don't get a bunch of dressings. So it's
Yeah,
not that
yeah.
bad. It's just roasted
No-
chicken with vegetables.
Why would you get shawarma without the dressing? Come on.
Well, you can have like some, just not like Don't
It's on the
drown it.
side.
Listen, we all know that if you get it on the side, you're just dipping your sandwich in it, and that's not better. Okay, that's why you get it on the
It could
side.
be over a salad.
Anyway.
Anyway, she got you shawarma because that's where she was, and it was delicious. She was like, "Oh my gosh, I've never had shawarma before. It's so good, and I want you to have some too."
Oh, thanks, Mom.
And she meets you back at home. She takes the one lift in town back home, and you're waiting up for her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "So, Wolf, your boyfriend is can fly."
Yeah, he, and I think Wolf has like his shawarma like in front of him, and
Mhm.
he's like kind of just staring at it and not really eating it and just like pushing it around his plate. And he says, "Yeah, I'm happy he got to you. I think there's something that I should tell you about him, maybe.
Okay, yeah, that maybe.
Yeah, you have to keep this a secret though.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I wasn't about to start telling people that he could fly.
Okay, that's good, but this next part you also have to keep a secret.
Okay.
So Donovan is a vampire.
Okay. And now I am going to go ahead and make a big jump here, considering
Okay.
that he can fly. And when you say vampire, you don't mean like goth kid who drinks blood every so often out of a goblet, but you mean like pointy teeth of the night vampire.
Yeah, like a real vampire.
That seems unhealthy. I have to say.
Well, what do you mean?
Aren't they devoid of human emotion?
No, they're just people that live a long time and
Okay.
drink
It-
blood.
Don't they use humanity as cattle?
No, they don't have to. Donovan doesn't.
Okay. Does he rob hospitals?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
How does he survive?
He doesn't kill people, if that's what you're wondering.
But he does go with the blood and the teeth.
Yeah. He's a vampire. That's
Are you feeding Donovan?
I think he kind of blushes and gets a little awkward and like looks down from his mom, and he doesn't really know what to say, so he like reaches out for his water and like drinks half the glass to like delay answering, and then like he puts it down and he's like, he's done it before, but he's really careful and I really trust him, so you really don't have to worry.
If you and your friends are regularly giving blood, we should take that into account when we look at your calorie intake.
It's not like a regular thing or anything. It's if he looks like, I don't know, I think and his voice gets kind of quiet. Like I think he like tries to like go for a long time without eating, because I don't think he really enjoys it or anything.
Well, you should start carrying a candy bar or something if you're going to do that.
I think Wolfe is like, good point. Yeah. That, I mean, yeah.
And
okay.
And now that we're talking about him feeding off of you, you don't understand how that sounds like it might not be the healthiest relationship?
It's fine. I mean, he wouldn't do it if I didn't want him to.
And okay, but if the other option is like what, him dying?
He would find some other way to feed.
Okay. This conversation doesn't make me super comfortable.
I know. I thought about not telling you the truth, but I figured that you deserve to know.
He's going to have to come over for dinner so I can ask him questions.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd love to. Wolfe says, sounding very unconvinced.
And she goes, good. Well, then I'll see you in the morning. Wait, are you a vampire?
No.
But he ate your blood.
Yeah, it's not like that. That's the movies lie. The movies?
Okay.
Wolfe wouldn't know about the movies. He doesn't say that.
Right.
The stereotypes, they're not true. He can like go out in the sun and like it doesn't get killed by garlic.
Oh, good. Okay,
I'm just imagining that like that Wilma was gonna invite Donovan over for dinner and just make a bunch of garlic food.
She made like lasagna last time, didn't she? So,
Yeah, she made lasagna. Spaghetti ao.
Anyway,
And that
sorry.
dinner went very well.
So I think it's fine for now. We'll talk about it with Donovan. And I think you should go to college before you consider becoming a vampire. I'm just saying that now. Okay? We should put some basics first.
Mom. God. He's like super embarrassed. And he's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I haven't even thought about it. He lies blatantly.
You should. You should think about it. It's something that you want to consider. You don't want to be blindsided by that.
Yeah, I know, but I Donovan doesn't really seem like the type of person who'd want to do that to someone.
Well, we should talk about that too. Maybe that's a reason why this isn't a balanced relationship. I'm not saying you should become a vampire, but I'm saying it's something you should at least talk about.
Right.
But don't
talk about it, or don't
become a vampire. You're too young.
I'm the same age as Donovan. Well, you know what he looks like.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that too.
No,
She's gonna go upstairs.
Good night, Mom.
Yeah.
Good night, Mom. Get out of here.
My boyfriend is secretly an octogenarian.
Wilma took that way better than expected.
Long night.
I loved it.
And she's also still half a wine bottle in, considering.
Oh, that's true.
She had some shawarma.
I think Wilma sobered up on some shawarma and realized that
Donovan can fly.
Donovan can fly. And there's just like not a lot of great outcomes there for her. You know, you only have so many options when you find out somebody can fly. And
He could have been like Superman. That would have been pretty cool.
right.
But he's not.
But he's not.
But
He's
telling the
a
government
Superman.
and doesn't work out for most people in like any media, you
Yeah.
know, like,
No.
so
You just die.
Just accept it, Mom. Gosh,
Yeah.
I did.
I just assume the government is filled with vampires.
Can we
The government is
do
controlled by vampires.
Just a little like scene there that will trigger a later flashback.
yeah.
At the end of that, I think at the end of that, like, Wolfe gets a Bridget brain message of like, "Hey, want to go up on the roof tonight?"
Aw. I
Wait,
think
is this back to Future Monday or
No,
is this
back-
no.
still
He
in
just
the
had this
flashback?
conversation with
Okay.
his mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
And
end
then
of that
gets the-
flashback.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he got that in his brain. So
Uh-huh.
I think he's just gonna. I don't think he knows exactly how this power works. So he's gonna first just think and be like, "Yeah, that sounds really nice," and then like wait to see if she says anything back. I don't.
Cool. See you then.
Okay, cool. Because he was gonna pull out his phone and text her if she did. Cool. So they have plans.
Yeah.
Past
Great.
plans.
Past plans.
Did you want to do that now, or should
I
we?
mean,
No,
we
it's
can
okay.
do
We
it.
can skip around a
Skip
little
around
bit.
a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Crina? Let's see. What else do we have for Crina? I like taking the inspiration from this class schedule as much as I can. For some reason, it's fun. We've got we've got Crina Bridget class coming up. Do we have Crina Bridget things?
I don't think there was a specific one, but I think that like they hang out like they used to.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just get kind of scenes of the past week of like Bridget just being way more comfortable in her skin
Mm-hmm.
since, the week previous.
I've got it.
Okay. Yeah.
I think there is a like very, very brief, like no real audio kind of scene. Like if this is a CW show, it's just like a scene where I think Bridget and Kori are being like honored in the Fey realm for their service.
Oh,
So like baby Bridget gets like a really cool scabbard for her sword or something. I was gonna say a new sword, but like Bridget definitely doesn't want a new sword. She likes her sword, right?
Actually,
So,
I think she does want a new. Sebastian bought her this sword.
ooh,
Like,
yeah, a little
okay.
weird.
Well, then,
yeah.
yeah, I would say that they'll probably get like really cool face swords,
Yeah.
and we like see
Yeah.
them like holding up their swords.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I picture it. It's like the Fey version of the end of Star Wars: A New Hope.
This is exactly what I was thinking.
Can you
Yeah.
describe that?
100% what I was thinking.
Can you describe
Crina
that
the
for those of
Leia
us that are
in
not
the-
enlightened?
Yeah. I think Crina's really excited. Like swords, like holding up
So-
swords and like gives them.
The end of Star Wars: A New Hope is become a classic scene, where it's completely silent except for the music, and it's the heroes marching down like this large corridor, and everyone's watching, and there's a raised step area where the princess and some of the other dignitaries give them like medals at the end.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
they turn and they smile, and you hear Chewbacca make his Chewbacca noise that I can't do. But it's a lovely little scene. And so y'all get swords.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They finally got their old swords because they're like, one was from Sebastian, the other was like stolen from Miss Abel, and like these are their
Yeah.
swords.
Yes.
Oh,
And
and
they're,
they
like,
match.
pretty
They have to have
swords.
cute little matchy some way. Like one has one color gem, the other has the other color gem, and they like go together and
Yeah.
cute.
I think they're not exactly the same, but like they definitely look like a pair kind of thing.
Yeah, I love it.
And like, yeah, you're honored in the Fey realm. You're wearing fancy clothes. And I think there's like also then like cuts to like a banquet scene where Crina's just like eating so many pastries and like putting plates in front of Bridget on one side and Kori the other, be like, try this, try that, kind of thing. Yeah. that's
And
a big
I
Fey part.
feel I feel like Wolfe and Donovan obviously were invited.
Yeah, I kind of invite them.
And Jack is going to go up to each of you during the banquet afterwards and like specifically take a moment to like shake your hand and like thank you for being part of Crina's life and being there and doing your part during that event, that everything. And no.
I'm like, I don't know how much Wolfe actually helped, but he tried.
Yeah, but and neither does Jack, honestly. Jack doesn't really know how much you did, but he knows you were there, you know?
He was there, that's for sure.
So he's just gonna assume. I think he takes inspiration from some past events. And even though you didn't get a sword, he does give you each a Grubhub gift card.
Oh,
Crina's
nice of him.
stoked. Just absolutely stoked.
So it's a good gift. It's a good
Crina
gift.
trying to get Kori to trade in his sword for a Grubhub gift card.
She's like, babe, no, babe, no.
No.
Come on.
She's excited that he has a pretty face. So.
Love it. Well, that's very cute. I like that. It's cute, and I like it.
Donovan's like, what do I order?
You treat somebody. It's what you do.
There you go.
Then you treat yourself to the delivery boy or girl or person.
No, I just told my mom that he doesn't like to just randomly feed off of people. Gosh,
Kori doesn't know that.
it was a joke.
Donovan is likes a nice charcuterie board, even if he doesn't fully enjoy it.
Yeah. Different kinds of meat, some cheese, some crackers. Delicious.
It's great.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, it's so silly. It's great. And what's up, Chuck?
I think this dinner is after Kori and Crina have talked to Sergei.
Oh yeah,
magnificent. And I think there's a moment where they're dancing. And he looks at her and he's like, I'm excited about not having to worry it, but part of me was kind of hoping God, this sounds so lame, but like, it'd have been nice to really have a parent, you know?
Like hugs him. I don't think that sounds dumb at all.
Yeah. And I think they just dance. Because it's clear like Sergey is stepping up to like do the right thing or like even help, but he doesn't want to do it. He's not interested in, and that doesn't.
He's being a mentor. It's not that he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, no. Like, but so Kori's a little.
The Fae are not good at getting involved in human affairs.
Yeah. So it's still, yeah, a little hard for Kori, I think, but he's very happy with what he has and lucky and feels fortunate and hugs Crina close and dances.
Donovan watches happily from the table while eyeing all the guards watching him.
And then, of course, fourth period rolls along. And fourth period, there's a biology lab. For one reason or another, it's a bit sluggish Monday for a couple of our heroes. And by the time you get to biology lab, it's too late to find a new partner. And you've got to do science together at a table where it's just the two of you. And
Donovan was probably already here and just looks up as Wolfe has to come sit down with him.
I think Wolfe, like, he does that thing where he, like, walks in to the room, like, right as, like, class is about to start. And he just, like, looks at Donovan and, like, their lab bench. He takes a deep breath and he walks over and sits down and puts like his bag down next to his seat or whatever.
I really wish there was like a large fan that had been blowing when you came in.
Yeah, then you could have made like a.
Yes, you do remember. Oh, I'm glad you remember. Not that, yeah. Hi.
Hey.
How are things?
Fine. How have you been?
Not great, but better. I kind of realized Mauricio and Rachel might be bothered by what I did, but they're okay now.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
I was worried maybe I know we're in class, but I was worried maybe I did that to you, but you seem okay.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I mean, I don't feel any different.
It's good. Great. Good. I'm glad. Yeah. Can we talk like after school or something?
Yeah, I think that would be really nice. And he
Great.
gives like tiniest smile.
Good. Okay. I'm sorry I'm making class weird.
It could be worse.
Yes. Could definitely be worse. Could be a lot worse. But things, I think, at least for everybody else, seem to be getting okay. What about like with your dad and everything? I should have.
Out of character, I assume things are just proceeding as expected with that stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know how it works.
It's only been a week.
It's only been a week, yeah.
So probably nothing has happened besides the fact that he's been moved to a longer term facility.
Okay, cool. So I think Wolfe just gives like a very half-hearted like shrug, and he's like, "It is what it is, right?"
Yeah. I think Donovan reaches out and takes Wolfe's hand and gives it like a little squeeze, and then like stops and like stares at it. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine. And he kind of gives it like a little squeeze back. I mean, everything's different, right? We're just getting used to it.
Yeah, but you will. You're amazing. All right, let's talk after school.
Let's...
I have a lot of things I want to talk about.
Okay, yeah, and he like looks over towards wherever Mr. Drake is at. He's like, I don't want to get in trouble. So
Donovan just looks up and begins the lesson.
We do science.
Good, excellent job sciencing. Excellent.
Is it potato cells?
It is potato cells. How did you know that?
Oh, the teacher must watch Twilight. Just like pushes in a huge fan.
Points it right next to
You're
Wolfe
late. You were supposed to do that 5 minutes ago.
Darn.
Well, you know, it's November now. It's getting hot in those science classrooms.
Real hot in Massachusetts.
Is it lunchtime?
Yeah. You want to start lunch? We can start lunch.
Yeah, I think come in and see like Kori and Crina, I think are in line together. You see them talking about like nothing. Like it's just like a CW thing, and then there's another flashback. And I think that when Crina got that gift card from Vincenzo, she was very excited and said that she was going to have a fancy date with Kori.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what we see is having takeout somewhere, probably Crina's like house, since like they can't go anywhere else right now. But it's like really nice fancy food from like Kori's favorite restaurants.
Aww.
Like
they're having beef tartare.
Yeah, something that Crina wouldn't normally eat, but it's for Kori. And it's very cute. There's like a candle, like a Yankee Candle knockoff. That's like half burnt, like on the table. It's very cute.
It's like autumn apple scented, because it's seasonal.
Crina's out here doing her best. And I think she's just kind of like picking at her food. And she'll like look up and smile when he says something, and then she'll just kind of like go back to like looking worried and like picking at her food.
Do you not like it? I know it was definitely something different, but you said you wanted to try what I would order.
No, it's good. It's fine.
What is it? Hummingbird, talk to me.
Are you okay?
I think so. I have a new scar on my chest, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I think I'm fine. Why?
No, I meant like I know you're physically fine. But like you died, Kori.
I guess I did, yeah. But I don't remember it. If that helps.
I mean, I do.
And I think he like gets up from where he was sitting across from her to sit next to her and sort of pulls Crina into his lap and lays her turns her head and lays her head so her ear is pressed against his chest where his heart is beating probably a little faster than the average heartbeat. And I'm here right now. And I'd be lying to you if I told you that my future, our future, doesn't contain moments where things like this are going to happen. I promised myself that I was going to help kids like me, and it's going to be dangerous. But I have to believe that if I'm doing the right thing, it's going to work out in the end. Evil can't always win.
This was my fault.
I think he actually laughs a little.
No,
No, it wasn't.
I went and asked you to do it, and it was a lot. And
hey,
Jack wasn't even sure that I could do it, and then I went and I asked you and Bridget both, and you were trying to help me, and I told you to go away because it would hurt you, and then it did hurt you, and then I asked you to come back.
He kisses her to shut her up. Give her a moment to breathe. And then pulls back a little. And is like, hey, I'm here. And
sometimes things are going to be rough, but you didn't kill me. Technically, Z-Man gave me a big fuck you from underground.
I know that I
But-
didn't kill you, but it's my fault you died.
No, it's not. I would have done something else that was probably reckless. And what you did was at least something that, even if I was down for a second, was something that helped. And I got back up. And I'm always going to get back up. Because you're going to be there with me, right there. And I know I'm coming back to you. It's not your fault. If you're going to blame yourself, then you've got to start blaming Jack, and you have to blame me for not being strong enough to withstand it in that exact moment, and you've got to blame Bridget for not taking more of it. So it's a slippery slope.
Fine. It wasn't
Yeah.
my fault.
Yeah. See, slippery slope. That's a thing I learned about in English class when I was paying attention the other day.
Wow.
He looks at her, like, takes like a piece of chocolate from like the dessert box I haven't opened yet and just like pops it in her mouth.
And she'll smile at him like really big. And I guess if I could, well, I did get cool stuff out of it. And she like holds up her fingers and like twinkles them, and there's like little wisps of like visible magic.
Yeah. And I think Kori leans down and kisses her fingers.
And then she does like points and like there's I think the candle suddenly looks like a fancy candelabra.
Oh.
Like it has not actually changed. It's just like an illusion. So tell me the word again from D&D. What's the word you said? The spell, the
prestidigitation.
Yeah, that prestidigitation. I'll remember it one day.
And I think he kisses her hand again.
Yeah, she kissed it. I think she keeps doing the thing with those like little tiny minor illusions all over.
And I think he smiles, holds her tight.
Oh.
Very cute. It's adorable. I like it. I think we can return
to lunch.
Kori
definitely has a bag. He might be online waiting with you, but there's no way he is eating that burger.
It's a chicken sandwich.
It's a chicken sandwich.
Whatever. Chicken burger. Whatever. No,
chicken
thank
burger.
you.
I was going to say we could return to lunch after a break because we're very close to our break time.
I guess we can break.
I don't want to start something and have to interrupt it. And when we come back from break, not only will we have a few more scenes, but we have some very special announcements. So make sure you stick around. Hello, honey buns. We are back with more Monsterhearts Monday. I didn't even say the episode name. This is episode 18 called A Monday Morning.
Side note, it's Polly's birthday. Wish her happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
type
Polly.
in the chat for Polly. Say everyone
Happy
say happy birthday
birthday.
to Polly.
The cats of Gehenna Gaming.
She's 11 years old today.
So we're at lunch. And I think Ingrid goes up to Bridget, and Ingrid's just like, so hey, are we just open about vampires now?
I don't think so, but I really need to check with the whole group.
Okay. All right. I was confused during homeroom. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I'll let you know tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Also, what's going on with you and Wolfe? There was like a weird energy there.
Yeah. No, nothing going on. What are you?
Flashback to last Sunday when Wolfe goes and sits on the roof of Bridget's house.
Yeah, so I think he probably sneaks out, climbs down the tree, and goes over to Bridget's like he has before, I'm sure.
And I think you probably have to. I think Bridget's already on the roof when you come over, so you have to climb up the trellis.
Great, he does it great, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He's used to it.
Yeah.
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 And I think when you sit down next to Bridget, she does that whole like lean over and like shoulder check you thing.
Yeah, Wolfe, he at this point he still probably looks pretty down, but he gives this sort of sheepish kind of chuckle. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?"
I'm doing good, actually, for maybe the first time ever. But how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm happy that your backyard didn't blow up.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad Kori didn't die.
Yeah. I'm happy that you got some sort of power, he says very cautiously and confused.
Yeah, I'm still figuring that out, but she's not back. Aphrodite, she's
Okay, that's good.
yeah, no, it's just me, but like maybe this was me all along, you know? Maybe she wasn't what made me special.
Yeah, I mean, I already knew that, but I guess I was not so good at explaining it.
Yeah, I wasn't that good at listening. Are you doing okay? I saw you fighting with Donovan.
Yeah,
And I can feel that you're kind of sad.
I said some not great things.
Been there?
Yeah, but he deserves better.
You did too.
Wolfe just like shrugs and he like looks up at the stars.
Can I do a share your pain roll?
Yeah, why not?
I feel like I'm sharing my pain.
I think you might be.
Give me a pain.
That's not how that works.
Not how
Give
that works at all.
me my pain.
That's a 7.
Okay. And remind me what, well, actually, I can pull it up right here. On a 7 to 9, choose one.
Yeah.
Remove a condition from yourself. Remove a condition from someone who listened. Take one forward. Yep.
I want to remove whipped from Wolfe Freeman.
Oh.
Wow. I've had that one for so long.
Kind of sweet, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now it's gone.
No, it's gone.
I'm my own man.
Mm-hmm.
I make my own decisions.
I'm making sure that you are set up for your future relationship if you guys manage to work it out.
Sorry, go ahead.
But I think Bridget is like, I really hope you two work it out. You guys are good together. I'm sorry I was jealous.
It's okay. You know, back when we first started dating, you and me, when I said that I had liked you for so long, I mean, I guess I never really told you before, but I was pretty jealous back when you were dating. And then like Wolfe kind of like trails off because he doesn't want to say Chase.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like what he's implying.
Yeah, and I think Bridget is like, she kind of nods. And it's like, yeah, but I'm with someone great now. You're with someone great. Like,
hopefully. Yeah, no, you and Dixie are super cute together.
Just like, don't let him turn you into a vampire till after college.
I think that actually gets like a kind of sad chuckle from Wolfe, and he's like, You know, my my mom just told me the same thing.
Oh, well, that's good. I thought she might have freaked out more, you know, with her husband in jail.
Yeah, I guess it's a lot, but you know, Donovan came here and like flew her away, so the cat was kind of out of the bag at that point.
Yeah. I'm really glad Donovan encouraged you to do something. I wish I had.
It's okay. I mean, I probably should have done something a long time ago, but
This isn't your fault.
I'm just starting to see that. I'm working on it.
I think we're all going to need a lot of therapy after this.
I think Wolfe gives like another like a dry chuckle, and he's like, "Yeah, I would probably be helpful."
Yeah. Hopefully, the rest of our school year can just be normal, and it won't be like the 2 crazy weeks we've had.
Yeah, hopefully. And I think.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't think Wolfe really has much else to say, but I think he is happy to sit there, just like with Bridget as company,
And I
and
think
like
that's
look up
what
at the stars.
Bridget is going to do too. I think Bridget was going to put her arm around Wolfe and just kind of
Aw,
have a cute
yay.
moment.
Super
Yeah.
cute.
Childhood friends back together again.
Good job. We're back in the cafeteria. What's up?
I think as lunch is winding down,
Yeah.
Kori wants to sort of step up and be, I'll see you guys in class, and like grab Donovan
Mm-hmm.
and take him for a little walk back outside towards where the smokers are. A space
Okay.
they've spoken in before often. Hopefully it's empty because Caleb isn't there. He's just walking to Coventry Hills.
Yeah, I think they the smokers tend to smoke and then go eat lunch. So if
Yeah.
you go towards the end of lunch, it's less populated.
Donovan follows after you.
Hey, so fun news. Definitely staying in town. In fact, and he pulls out like the same crumpled Zillow paper. Buying a house. It's like 2 or 3 blocks down. Oh,
You're buying a house? Did you get emancipated? Did you get your parents'
Well,
money?
no. I'm gonna work on that. It's not like blocks. It's actually like houses down.
Oh.
But 2 or 3 houses down from yours. But
Yeah.
Sergey the Magnificent is gonna pretend to be human, and we went ship diving and found a bunch of gold.
Okay. Is that how they usually get their money? They just pick up old treasure?
Don't know. Didn't ask questions.
Interesting.
But
Great though.
yes. So, since I'm moving into a house 3 houses away from yours, it'd be he's not looking Donovan in the eye and he's kind of shuffling feet. It'd be a shame if you moved away. You're not gonna leave, right? I know things have been a little rocky. I mean, like, obviously you're gonna leave eventually. Like, I certainly don't want to live in Gehenna Valley forever. But at least the next couple years until we graduate.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna talk to Wolfe later, and I don't know. Things have been rather exposed here and with the family and everything.
I think Kori's gonna take another step closer, and we can protect you here if you even need protection. Not to say that you do, but
I mean, Kori, you were right. I am affecting people, so
we
maybe
just gotta be more careful. At least
definitely, I have to be more careful, and I will say that as much as doing nothing except playing games in my office had a lot less impact on people. It was definitely hurting me. So I'm going to not let that happen. But I don't.
If you didn't step out of that office, whatever happened with my cousin, with Rachel, it's fixed now. And if you didn't step out of that, gaming chair office, I'd probably be dead in the next 2 years. Bridget might have started some insane cult. Who knows what would have happened to that? Crina just would have drifted out of existence, and Wolfe probably would have just hoed himself around forever, not really settling down or ever valuing himself. That's just what he did. He went from person to person, he had no sense of self. And dad would probably still be at home. My dad would still be at home.
All right, you've made me feel better. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just shit. Kori runs a hand through his hair,
We've had such great conversations out here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he laughs a little. It's just shit. I'm working on this. Okay, it's a new thing.
No, I'm very proud of you, Kori.
But Donovan, you're my family. I love Crina. She's my girlfriend, and it's weird when he says the word a little because he really means it. But you're my family, and I don't have a lot of that. I mean, Sergey's taking me on because he thinks it's exciting, and he'll barely be there. But just, I don't want to lose you too. So even if you do move, promise you'll still stay in touch a little at least. Maybe with the ocean gold, I could meet you somewhere else for a trip if it's too hard for you to be here.
Okay. I can do that.
Mm-hmm. And I think he really hugs Donovan.
Donovan hugs back.
Big hug.
But I want you to stop smoking.
I don't okay.
Good.
Weed?
No, probably the Fey weed's fine, but all the smoking, it's bad for you.
Okay, I'll stop smoking. Is that why you didn't want to drink anymore? Did the smoke make it taste bad?
No, I want you to be healthy.
I'm really healthy. I eat a lot of salads. I follow Wolfe's mom's nutrition plan.
Okay, yep. All right, we have class to go to.
Mm-hmm. And he puts his arm around Donovan, and he's like, "Yeah, and I want you to be healthy too. And he takes a deep breath. Even if that means you can't live here."
Thank you. No,
but you're not losing me. And he nuggies your head.
Yeah. All right, we should get to class. It's very important we go to class.
Yeah. I do that now. I haven't skipped the whole last 4 days. Every class attended it on time.
Wow.
I know.
Donovan will head inside.
Yeah, they go inside.
I think lunch is over, and we'll head up into the next period. Kori hits the choir class, very exciting class. Other people are in their other classes, and while choir is still getting started, Dixie will go up to Kori, and she'll be like, "Hey, so question that Bridget didn't know the answer to yet, at least not when I asked her last. What happened with your dad?" Is it such a natural technique we've developed here?
Yeah, so natural.
So natural.
Seamless.
I'm definitely getting some kind of award for this episode. And
we're all getting Academy Awards.
We all are, right? It's not a
Screen Actors
thing.
Guild, whatever.
And I think we get to see the Fey trial, where Jack is judge,
jury and executioner.
He promised not to do the last part, right? And they list all of the things that
charges,
that not only he did, but like the generations before him did.
Oh shit!
The name of serving Zeus. but like going against nature at the same time. And he decides that that in order to return home, that he offers Aitor a Fey Pact. And he's got a list of people that Aitor has had problems with over the years. And he's got to try and make amends with those people.
My name is Aitor.
Yeah. And if he goes a few days without making amends with somebody, without checking a name off the list, he starts to get like this ringing in his ears, and it just gets like more loud and more painful until he finally like does it, and then it stops, and he like the clock resets. And that's essentially his punishment. He's got to use his like remaining time and resources to like do better.
No, it's great.
Oh, the chat likes it. You're welcome, chat. Thank you. Appreciate it.
No, it's great. I think Kori's really, yeah, I think Kori likes that.
Yep.
I think he goes up to Aitor at the end of it, and he says, my name's probably on there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You can cross it off. We're good.
Oh. And I think Aitor's like nervous, like, can he cross it off, you know, and kind of like looks at Jack, and Jack's like, yeah, okay, he nods, and he does. You see him cross your name off the list, and as he does so, it actually like vanishes from the paper.
Just make sure you treat Lucan and Feliciano and Elias right. And he's gonna offer his dad a hug.
Oh, I think your dad will like take it, like, because like I think he feels like he's still being watched, and he's like very awkward. He doesn't quite know exactly the best way to hug you back, but he manages something.
Yeah. Good luck with your list. And he claps him on the back, and I think he walks away. Oh, go
Stephanie.
Is Crina there by any chance?
Of course she is.
Yeah.
I think she just watches all of this between Kori and Aitor, and as Kori starts to walk away, she says, "You actually have to make it up to me to cross my name off," and then just turns and leaves.
I like that. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And we go back
They
to
don't forget.
class.
They don't forgive.
Yeah.
You ever see that TV show, My Name is Earl?
Yeah.
My dad's doing that.
Yeah. It's in ways. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, this is Kori talking to Dixie.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I missed that.
Yeah.
Oh, Dixie goes, no, I have no idea what you're talking
Cool.
about.
He has a list of all the people he's messed with. You're probably going to get a visit with him and probably like a bunch of tips or something.
It's about time.
Yeah, no, yeah. But yeah, he's doing that. I don't know what my mom's up to. That's an interesting question. I'll find out. But yeah, he's gonna make up for what he did and what my family's done.
And finally, we get to last period.
Hey, I heard we have the 2 solos. Look, they posted it.
And in last period, of course, is when Wolfe and Bridget and Crina and Dixie all have Latin together with Mr. H.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
This is not a scene, but
Okay.
I wanted Wolfe to tell. Hold on, let me check the schedule first. Okay, yeah, I just wanted Wolfe to tell Mr. H that he might be a little late to swim today.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah, you get to do that. And Mr. H gets pinged on the intercom system like 10 minutes into class. And like, oh, Mr. H, can you please come to the front office? Mr. H to the front office. And he's just like, oh, okay, yeah, everyone, conjugate for the next 5 minutes. I'll be right back. And he walks out, leaving you all.
Conjugate. Crina says it like every other day in class. No one thinks it's funny anymore, but she keeps doing it.
Wolfe is like, wait, but I actually need help.
And I think
All right, well, come here then.
10 seconds after he leaves, Jack walks into the classroom.
Like through the door?
Yeah, like
Or-
through the
okay.
door. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he comes through the wall. Or
No, I
something.
think that's a
don't know.
legitimate question, but no, he uses the door.
Does he say anything?
I think he walks right up to Crina and kind of like squats down next to her.
Hi, Jack.
He said, "Hey, I need your help.
Okay.
So there are these."
Should we talk about this not in the middle of my classmates? Like, look around.
And he kind of looks around. And he goes, "Well, that's why I sent your teacher flowers."
Oh, that's sweet. Mr. H deserves flowers. Okay. I mean, okay, yeah, there's a lot of rumors about me, but whatever.
No, I'm just. And he kind of looks around again. And he goes, "I'm having trouble with the upstairs neighbors.
Okay.
I was hoping that you could talk to the upstairs neighbors for me."
Oh, yeah, I can totally do that.
Great.
Which ones are the upstairs neighbors?
And he'll
The ones who are always thirsty, or like the ones who like the moon too much?
Oh no, different ones. The ones who have the funny accents, who are old.
I don't know which ones those are, Jack.
It's okay. Come on, I'll leave class and I'll tell you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab whoever's nearby in class. This is my brother, Dixie. So if Mr. H asks where I'm going, my brother came to get me. My brother, who is an adult, came
I
to
did
get
that as a brother.
me. And I'll walk out with him.
Yeah, I think he bows to the class and then leaves.
We'll get your assignment for you.
And your brother takes you outside and he starts explaining how there are this other Fae group that don't technically recognize him because they're part of a different court system. And
those guys.
yeah, and they won't talk to me anymore. They won't. But they will talk to you apparently, because I guess they heard about the fact that you negotiated lines with vampires and they think it's cool.
It is cool. Also, I killed a god, so I'm really impressive.
Yeah. So I mean, I know you're really
Well, I have to
busy.
get
I don't want to give you too many responsibilities.
I'm
but
not too busy for this. I don't need to do as much homework as I'm doing.
Great. Fantastic. It's like, I'm gonna set you up with someone else in addition to Alistair, so you can start getting reports essentially
Tanya.
on what's going on in because I think I might need your help more.
Yeah. I like this. Am I gonna be an ambassador?
Yeah. You want to be an ambassador? We can say that.
Yeah. So I was reading on the internet, Jack, that ambassadors get paid and they get a lot of free stuff on top of that.
He smiles at you and he goes, "I think we can work that out."
Excellent. And I think like Crina and Jack like both pull out like parchment out of nowhere and
Yeah.
start like there's like rapid fire negotiations going on here.
Yeah, I like it. That's cute.
That's a Faye deal for you.
Yeah. Diplomatic immunity. Yes, Big Dad.
Yes,
But
definitely need that for Kori too.
My bodyguard Kori needs diplomatic immunity, please.
what was the other after school thing we were gonna do?
Mulhair.
Oh, we were gonna go to Mulhair. And the day ends. And we go to the library where Kori works. And Mulhair's there. The Renaissance Fair is over now, so he's working his normal shifts again. And he's like, "Oh, hi, Kori and Crina."
Hey. And Corey's obviously been to work, but he hasn't been as talkative. I don't think there's been that much training recently.
Mm-hmm. It was kind of a rest week last week.
Yeah. Crina, you wanted to do something?
Yeah, I need a book, Mr. Mulhair.
Okay. We have books, absolutely.
But this is one. If you have it, it's one of your books.
Oh, okay. Why do you need that?
Because Jack said I should read it because it'll help me get better at things.
Yeah. Well, if Jack says so, we don't want to disappoint Jack. Let's go take a look at my books here. And he'll like open the door to his office for you and let you peruse his little bookshelf of other books that he keeps around.
Yeah, I think Crina starts like looking through it. You
I
want
think as Karina's looking, Kori's sort of like leaning on Mulhair's desk, and he's like, "So, I think I might need to cut back my hours at the library a little. I've recently come into some gold from the Adriatic Sea, and I'm also going to take that thought, and I'm going to start seeing a new trainer. There's I don't know if you met him. His name is Sergey the Magnificent. He's a fae. He's going to be like my foster dad or whatever, and he's the Magnificent because he does a lot of sword fighting, and he's like not necessarily meeting Mr. Mulhair's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at him as he says,
Mulhair's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. I mean, like we said, like if you need more trainers, different trainers, that's obviously it's okay. Like, it's like it's obviously it doesn't have to be just me. It's fine.
Yeah, so I just have to probably cut back my hours here a little. I still want to work at the library because that's good for my college application.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we can work that out. I mean, you work a lot of hours, so we can.
Yeah.
Especially now the Ren Fair's over.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're gonna live with a fae.
Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna. I mean, he'll kind of be there. He's not really interested in it. I think he's mostly just doing it as a favor, and he like sort of like hooks his finger towards where Krina's looking at the bookshelf.
Mm-hmm.
But it means I don't have to leave town. So
that's awesome. That's
essentially I'm just gonna be in this big mansion by myself, probably large house.
You're moving into a mansion? What?
Like a large house. It's got like several bedrooms and like a library room apparently.
Library room.
Office or something. There's space in the backyard. And it's just gonna be me. I mean, I think I might get a hot tub put in.
I should probably come over and just make sure that it's safe, inspect it.
It's fine. It's fine.
Cool, then. And I think at the end
Crina
of school...
comes skipping out. I found it! You do have it! And she's holding it up like a big book. It's not very thick, but it's just massive. And it's like there's like light shining off of it. It's like the cover was silver, but it's been like heavily tarnished.
Mm-hmm.
And she like plops it down on the table and says, "I want to check this one out."
You can't technically check it out. It's not a library book.
Oh,
it has no barcode.
I am taking this one. I'll give it back.
Borrowing. Yes, there we go. Right. Of course.
You remember, I'm a slow reader. Don't hassle me, please.
That's a very important book. Maybe
the Silver Diary. I didn't think it'd be actually silver, but it's pretty cool. He just, like waves it back and forth.
I'll make sure.
Be careful. Please.
I'll make sure. And I like Kori like reaches the hand out to like cup Krina's hand so she stops shaking this old book.
I'm not shaking it. I'm just like tilting it back and forth.
Okay.
So that it like the light reflects.
Like it's a holographic trading card.
Yeah. Kori's just like, I'll make sure that it's kept safe, and when I'm checking in with I'll let you know that it's fine.
Great. Yeah. No, it's great.
The Silver Diary. An account of Callie from the Valley. Apparently, she was like a really important Fae ambassador and wrote a lot of stuff down.
Exceptionally important. Yes.
I'm gonna be a Fae ambassador, Mr. Mulhair.
That is
He's gonna
amazing.
be a Fae ambassador.
And I think different scene. As Bridget is leaving school that day. I forget their name. Oh no.
Bridget.
What are they? What are they like? Tell me more. What do they do? Give us stuff about them. I can tell you their name.
The counselor. What's the counselor?
Oh, Mixer Pani.
Mixer
Pani.
The one Kori is currently living with.
Mixer Pani like runs out and she's like, Bridget, hold on a second.
Yes, Mixer Pani?
I just wanted to let you know, and we'll be sending something officially home. I think maybe even the police will. I just found out, I know there was an incident at your house a couple months ago with a rabbit
one?
Just in a column in like a support beam.
One.
Right. So because she went missing, I guess Mrs. Abel's files were kind of like locked for a little while in one case area, and they didn't compare them up until now, and they just called us just to make sure we know in case she ever shows back up at school. But I think Miss Abel broke into your house and pegged a rabbit in your kitchen to the wall with a knife. And if you need someone to talk to about that, I am here for you.
No, I think I can take care of it.
Oh, good. You're handling this so well.
Yeah, no one threatens my family. And I think Bridget turns on her heels and walks off.
Right. And I think the camera cuts back over and you just see Mixer Pani mouth like, fuck. And I think that brings us to Wolfe and Donovan talking.
Where are they meeting?
I assume outside.
Okay.
And
I assume they said where they were going to talk. I just don't know where.
Oh, I'm assuming Donovan is waiting outside already when Wolfe is exiting the building.
Cool. Yeah, and I think he does like literally the same thing that he did when he walked into biology class. Like he walks out, sees Donovan, kind of pauses, like takes a deep breath to like pump himself up, and then like walks over.
And then Donovan, before you arrive, turns and starts walking towards like a copse of trees. So you follow.
Or do I?
No,
he does.
You might.
He does.
Maybe you don't.
Yeah. I don't think he says anything. I think he just follows.
All right.
He's like, if this is where I die, then I've lived a great life.
Jeez. Donovan immediately stops. They're in the trees just a little bit. They're still on school property, and just turns around. I was doing the Twilight thing again.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I didn't get that one. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think
it's not like it's somewhat raining, and you already know I'm a vampire, so I guess it's not the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, 1 out of 2 is better than none, right?
You looked, so handsome coming in, and then you actually got the reference that I was really happy.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Trying. He gives this very defeated chuckle.
No, you've succeeded at a lot lately, and I don't want to hold you back. So, one reference, it's just a joke anyway. I guess I'll start. And like I said, I realized some of my abilities or something. I'd hypnotized both Mauricio and Rachel, and maybe I did it too much or something, but it upset them, and I think I've worked through that with them, and I'm afraid that I'm losing control, and I have found that I don't know, like maybe I'm just so happy with you that I'm letting my guard down too much, and I keep just kind of doing what I think is okay, and that's not okay. And I don't think it's like, oh, gypsies cursed me to lose my soul or anything. Like, and Donovan would kind of like pause. No, forget it. But I'm not in control. I'm so tired all the time, and I'm constantly focusing on other people, and I can't seem to rest. And it,
Look,
I'm not, I want to be me, but I keep losing that control, and I'm afraid I'm going to hurt somebody really bad. And I even hypnotized your mother before. And I feel really bad about that. And I'd like to roll share my pain.
I'm muted.
he says you think you should.
Close.
I don't know. Your lips almost said something
Donovan's
like that.
feeling bad and guilty. I got a 5.
Congratulations, you get XP.
So Donovan just hangs his head.
Can I say a thing, or were you gonna do something, Brian?
I'm not going to like immediately like have you attacked or anything.
Okay, yeah, sorry, you just sound like you were about to say something.
I
so-
had to think about it for a second, but no, go ahead.
Okay, so I think Wolfe, he will lean forward to take Donovan's hands, if Donovan lets him.
Yep. I think Donovan just looks up slowly, like he has before.
And I think Wolfe says, "Look, Donovan, I can't even begin to imagine what it must feel like. I'm just
I'm not saying it right. I'm not.
Look, let me say this. I don't think, rather, I think you've lived for so long a certain way, and now that you're letting people in, it's not that you're losing control, it's and Wolfe is clearly like stumbling over his words. He has a lot of thoughts to say, but he's not conveying them very well. And he says, "You're not alone in this. I don't know what I can do for you, but I won't let you do anything that you would regret."
But I hypnotized your mom. Like,
You were just trying to help. You didn't mean to hurt Mauricio or Rachel. You wouldn't do that on purpose.
maybe.
If I know you, Donovan, then you and he kind of gives this kind of like sad smile. He says, "You just want to help people. That's all you ever want to do. But you have to let me help you too, okay?"
I think Donovan sighs loudly, and I'd love if you had a roll or something for me to guide me. Maybe a make beautiful, or
Does that sound okay, Brian?
I think that's fine.
Okay. Rob is torn, so
yes,
he needs some
Donovan
guidance.
feels really bad and sucked at his share your pain.
It's hard. It's hard.
Good thing I am very hot and
You are.
that I love Donovan truly. I say that as I roll a 10, so that's like a
50.
15 or something.
Hey, I
Great.
just learned how to share my pain. Give me a break.
Yeah, Wolfe is really good at making people feel beautiful. Yeah, so I got oh
Yeah.
wait, here, how do we resolve this? Sorry, I forgot this was an actual move. Okay, so I get to choose 2. What conditions does Donovan have?
Meddlesome, thirsty, and overbearing.
I am going to you can remove a condition. I don't know if I get to choose.
Yeah, choose.
Okay, you can remove thirsty.
That's what I wanted to hear.
And you know what? You can also take 1 forward.
Oh,
Ooh.
I was gonna give you XP, but it seems a little useless.
how dare.
So Donovan smiles a little and says, the only time I feel like, well, I guess Crina too, but maybe that's because I was just so out of my head and angry. And I know you were angry at Itor too, and I don't blame you for that because you had a tough time and the whole father thing, but the only time I really feel like I'm checked, like I remember who I am without all the everything else is when you remind me. And Donovan will reach out and try to kiss Wolfe.
Aw,
Oh,
they can kiss. Wolfe doesn't like pull away or anything.
And I think Donovan like hugs Wolfe and like does the whole like slightly spiraling up, floating again.
And then you just hear
Oh no.
slow clap. And you turn and the camera turns. And there's Mrs. Abel, but she's part robot.
Wait, really? Or
And that's the end.
oh no.
A robot part could come back to Gehenna Valley.
Yep. And that is the end of season 2 of Gehenna Valley. I love everyone. I'm so happy that you're here.
We do have. I don't know if you want to do our special thing Nick prepared first, but it's
Yeah,
ready.
I think we might have like some end credits type thing.
Do you want to do that, or do you want to talk about?
No,
What's
I want to
coming
do.
next?
I want to show the video. I want to do.
Okay.
Would everyone like to see some end credits? Would you want to see some end credits? I think they do.
Okay.
So if the cast would go ahead and make sure you can see the Twitch, so because we haven't watched this movie yet ourselves.
All right. I'm gonna.
Who's ready to cry?
I was already ready to cry from that last scene, so you know.
Are you ready, Stephanie? You have.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna take us to it.
Are you tired of living lies, breathing falsehoods through the air while you stare me in the eyes? 'Cause I know that what you say ain't true. You're telling it to me, but I believe it for you. Tell yourself you're perfect, tell yourself you're right, tell yourself whatever helps you sleep.
We want to take a moment and say thank you. It's been a tumultuous year, not just in Gehenna Valley, but in our real lives. A year that none of us would have really been able to predict. But by coming together almost every single Monday, we've been able to create a little solace, a little refuge. And we're so glad that other people have taken that journey with us. We want to say goodbye, but we also want you to know that we're not going anywhere. You may not see us on Monday night, but please come and say hi on the Discord and look for us in other games so that we can continue to build joy together.
Tell yourself you're right. Tell yourself whatever helps you sleep at night. Tell yourself that it makes some sense and you've been justified. Whatever helps you sleep at night. 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 Whatever helps get you through the day. Whatever helps, it's okay, oh yeah, it's already. Whatever helps.
To the cast and crew of Gehenna Valley, I just want to say that I appreciate you, that I'm proud of everything you've done over the past 2 seasons, and that I will miss you greatly, and thank you for everything that you've done for us. To Stephanie, to Kay, to Ashley, to Rob, to Natalie, and to Brian. You made this simply amazing, and you were amazing.
And we're back.
Giving us a second while other people finish up because of the delay. So that was a lovely little video. Thank you to one of our producers, Nick, for that. We heart you. I also want to take this time to announce a few things to all of the fans out there. First things first, this was the last episode of Season 2. This is not the last episode of Monsterhearts Mondays. Next week, we hope you will join us as we do a Q&A, just like we did at the end of Season 1.
That is not next week, I thought. Taking a week off, I thought.
The schedule, you are right. Next week is the break. I am so sorry. And we come back on the 29th for the Q&A of Season 2. Thank you for the correction. So the 29th is the Q&A of Season 2. I have a form that I will post in the Discord, and I will post it in the chat here as well, where you can ask questions or share your favorite memories, things like that, to help us out on that QA. There's the form for those in the chat actively right now. If you go ahead and fill that form out with a memory, a question, what was the other thing that's on there? A favorite moment,
Quotes.
Heartfelt message. There's also a little teaser question at the very end to reward you for filling that out. And that's because the week after the Q&A, the cast is coming back for one more one-shot on the 5th of April, we'll be here on Monday night to do our senior prom special. We're going to play a one-shot of Monsterhearts with our characters a year and a few months later.
Gehenna
from
Valley,
tonight.
the movie. We've been
2
talking
seasons
about
and a
it.
movie.
In
Two
right.
seasons and a movie.
2 seasons and a movie. So we are going to do prom. And after that, maybe not the immediate week after that, we'll let you know the schedule. Monsterhearts Monday will continue. Our producer Nick will be taking over MC duties with a brand new cast, and they will continue to be Monsterhearts on Monday night on Gehenna Games. We thank you. We love you. We respect you. We're so happy that you can all be here with us, whether you watch us live or later on Twitch or later on YouTube, or whether this is 20 years from now or 20 minutes from now. Thank you so much for being part of this with us. And now, like we always do, we'll close out with some personal announcements, because I know other people have a schedule. We don't want you to miss out on the exciting things happening this week just because we have such big news. I don't have anything this week, but
I have a lot.
You looked excited.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, first of all, if you want to catch episode 2 of Adventures Unknown, we're going to be on Off the Table on March 28th, the day before a Q&A. We're going to be playing...
the double header,
it's
and
a
the
double
theme
header.
is
The theme is
yes,
speed
the
dating.
double header.
Thank
So we'll both be running games in the same night.
Yes.
And Natalie will run before the break. I'll run after the break, and our theme is speed dating.
Yes.
So
Secondly,
what could that possibly be? Tune in.
Yeah. Secondly, if Monday Night Monsterhearts is not enough for you, now you can get Thursday Night Monsterhearts starting April 1st over on Kori and Comfort Studios. Will be the debut of Comfort County High, a Monsterhearts actual play. That's
Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Natalie is running it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm the MC. Yeah.
And I'll be playing.
Stephanie is
Yes,
playing.
Stephanie will be a cast member playing a skin not in the core book.
Oh.
Ooh, I can tease
Playing a
that.
character as different from Crina as I could possibly get.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I know, Ashley, you're usually good for an announcement or two. What do you got for me?
Actually,
Yeah.
real quick, can I announce
I was
one
gonna
other
say,
thing? Because
I'm
I
sorry.
feel like
Yeah.
she's exploding and not talking about it.
What?
Our very own Ali at the close in chat, who has been a big fan, will also be a cast member
Oh,
in
okay.
Comfort County High.
We're
And
super
I know
excited
that
for
she
her.
wants to talk about it, and I don't know how much she's been keeping it secret, but I will.
There we
say
go.
here.
Beautiful.
Cutie
All
patootie.
right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything special this week or anything. I got on Friday you can go over to Karen Comfort Studios and watch me play in Kingdom Hearts: The Interstitial War, and that's
Is that
it.
okay? That's good. That's
I
pretty
don't know.
good.
Iron City by Night will be back eventually on Sundays.
Yeah.
In April,
I don't
it'll be
know the
back.
date.
It's April 16th, I
April
think, is
sometime.
the date that Wes gave me. I'm not even
Sure.
on that show, so
Okay.
I don't know how I know that.
I literally just asked in our private chat. I'm like, do we have a date? Did I forget?
I saw
feel
your
like-
hand, Kay. What do you got for us?
Yeah, I got a couple announcements. If Friday afternoon you happen to be free at 1 p.m., I will be on Onyx Path's channel doing a sequel 2-shot to our Changeling game, The Lost, that we had a little earlier, where I play a himbo Prince Charming Fairest. You can see typical favorites such as the Dixie Cochran with me, as well as Wes Franks of Carrying Comfort Studios, and the wonderful Tom Murr as our MC.
Very nice.
And then on Saturday, recently Saturday, if you didn't catch it, we will have the second part on Carrying Comfort Studios of Brass Wineglass, a Delta Green adventure game, where we have recently fallen into quite a different pickle in a weird space and time. So I highly recommend watching the sequel to that on Saturday evening. And if you haven't caught the first, you can definitely still watch it and go check out the VOD on on Caring Comfort's Twitch channel.
Caring Comfort, Wes, same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, the Dixie Cochran is in that as well, as is Crystal Mazer, as is the Big Dad himself as our
Your big
MC.
dad.
Your big dad, our big dad, the one in
Our
there that
collective
refuses to
big
adopt
dad.
Kori, sir.
Wow.
As well as
He's kind of a
Leslie
handful.
Everett, also in Interstitial War.
What? Also in interstitial?
Yeah,
Yeah, she's in both. the
she's
things.
Santa Morrow.
Oh, I'm sorry. I bad scented sprained. It's okay.
It's okay.
And you know, I realized, speaking of bad sentence brain, I didn't say if you fill out the little Q&A thing, I said, oh, there's a bonus thing at the end and it has to do with what we're doing, but I didn't say what. You know, we're going to do the senior prom. We're doing the senior prom thing for our movie. Well, what I did is I tacked on to the end of the QA thing, you get to vote for senior prom royalty.
Oh,
Ooh.
King and Queen.
So if you fill out with a moment or a question or a quote or anything like that, you get to vote.
I have a question.
Vote
Yeah.
Bridget and
Is
Wolfe.
it-
It's going to be great.
Is it one question per form fill out, or can we put multiple questions? And I didn't look at
It
the form.
doesn't collect email addresses, so it's going to be
doesn't
one per
collect
vote.
email addresses, so it is a sort of an honor system. I made it so it was not a required question. But you know,
Look at Stephanie. She's ready to go in with like.
but you
10
can't get to that
votes.
question unless you get through the first part. So
As if that would be
Just
difficult.
puts
for
one
her.
word in like each one.
wow.
JavaScript auto submitter.
Yeah, exactly.
You get
It can't be
8,000
that hard to
votes for
write a
Crina.
bot, right?
No.
Votes for Crina.
Just looks at it. These are legitimate results. 8,000 votes.
And with that, I think we'll see everyone in 2 weeks.
Bye,
Or,
we
in
love
2
you.
seconds
night.
on Discord.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
We heart you.
We heart your faces. I'm gonna go cry in a corner from that video, Nicholas. I will find you.